I didn't make that up at all.
Okay, that's good.
It was totally
We're
not
live.
erroneous. It wasn't a lie.
We're also not live. It's still the back chat.
And it's
Nope.
not live for 10 seconds now at all. That's not true either.
Well, we lost one of the groups.
The counter.
My nigga Paul Hero.
Meatwad, give me a second. The counter. The counter in the top left that says that we've been live for 30 seconds is lying to you. It's not true.
Yeah, it's misinformation.
This is the gaslight chat, where everything
Mine
that
was
you
better.
say will just be gaslit, and I will tell you that you're crazy for thinking it. Crazy that we're not even live. This isn't even the internet. You're crazy.
Yeah. So
Gosh.
go back to munching your rug.
This is all just a simulation.
Whoa, was Tactical Muffin Top munching rug earlier?
Yep. Yeah, what he was telling us.
Oh my
He
god!
was
Is that what was happening?
Definitely
Pole
not.
beans.
That she looked like a pole bean.
He would pretend to be the fucking mailman or the milkman.
I was inspecting a furnace.
Yeah, he blew her furnace, bro. Best of those cobwebs.
This
Oh,
porn
wow,
sequence where the guy comes over to fix the furnace, and he's like, he gets stuck under there, and then all of a sudden she's like, ah ha ha, takes his pants down. and
The reverse
Well, mine
step,
ripped
brother.
from the crotch all the way down to my ankles, so there wasn't a whole lot to take off.
So damn, she didn't even give you a reach around.
She just went for it. It was just there.
Yeah, she took her teeth out and went to town.
Yeah, she did.
Was that teriyaki beef jerky or was that like original flavor?
Dude, that was like caramel crusted fucking teriyaki, okay? It was gross.
All right, my question is, and this might automatically get us demonetized in the first 3 minutes, but we're going to go ahead and ask it anyway. You're going down there, right?
Oh, God.
You're doing your thing. You look at it, and the meat flaps are so big that they're like hanging down like fucking roast beef slices from fucking Arby's. You know what I'm saying?
Gives you the meat.
The flaps.
You got the Arby's meat flaps hanging down. You ever see this? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he was telling us all about it.
I mean, I just play with the flaps with my fingers.
Oh my God.
I'm not a flap fan. I don't know why there
I
has
don't
to be
like
flaps.
But it gives you the meat sweats.
No.
Just slurp those bad boys up, stuff them in your cheek, and keep going.
Oh
I
my
get what I
Yeah,
can
I
take.
like those damn things.
That's a
Mo-
man.
I get what I can get.
Motorboating.
All
Motorboating.
right, well, this is telling me a lot about you guys.
This chat has fallen.
We're barely
Fallen. We've already been. This chat started in the ghetto. There's nowhere to go but
It
up.
started in the furnace.
Yeah, it did.
There's nowhere to go but up.
Oh my God.
I mean, we'll continue to like fucking make sure where the floor is, obviously. But, all that being said, how's it going, everybody? This is 2A Taco Tuesday with E Honda and friends, where we talk about some weird ass shit. Apparently, Ohio Patriot, how do you do today?
Oh, I'm actually doing good today for once.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Nice.
Round of applause.
Did you take a shit?
What?
No, about 5.5 hours ago, I found out I was finally approved for disability.
All right.
Wow, congrats.
So you're retarded officially now.
Lucky ass motherfucker.
We knew it all along.
Well,
Was that
Glad
a meat
to-
clap?
I had to pay for your wages with my Social Security Social Security tax. No, I'm just kidding.
They don't got to pay for shit 'cause you live in my state. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice,
and we
dude.
all decided to go to Ohio's house. You dressed in full clown makeup and just stand outside.
I believe
But
that's how you
prefer
get shot in
elderly women.
Ohio.
No.
I don't know. Like,
You
you
get shot
remember
in
that
the
whole
cross-
clown
standing
phase
outside.
when? You guys remember that whole clown phase when like there were like people who would dress as clowns and chase people
That's-
around for internet
Yes.
videos?
Yeah,
Yeah, it turns Ohio on.
I'm just saying, I'm
Yep.
surprised no
No.
one ever got shot. That's all.
Ohio
Mhm.
State
It
turns
turned
from all the big
Ohio
women.
on, apparently.
I said only if it was female clowns.
No, you said tranny.
Grannies, you said females, you said as long as it had an
Yeah,
orifice,
it
you
was
were
all
down to
female.
party.
That's what
I
you
mean, I fucked a female clown before. It was an interesting experience.
Somebody do a
What
clown
the
bonk.
fuck is going on tonight, dude?
Somebody's got a werewolf.
Now, that part is true, though.
Is it a full moon?
I got a picture of the female
New
clown.
moon.
Is it Halloween right now?
Meatwad's here to stay, apparently, and Ohio Patriots into tranny clowns. I didn't know any of this.
I didn't say shit about tranny clowns.
And
I
she-male
said female
Said
clowns.
shemale. You said shemale.
Leo, how are you doing? Anything weird over there?
Yep.
Oh no.
I'm still gonna spam your box later, Corey.
Oh my god. Quit touching boxes, Ohio.
Well, he learned it from you,
Everything's been
Muffin.
Boring.
I mean, Muffin Top's eating up fucking Arby's slices, and fucking Ohio Patriots doing some crazy shit over there, and like Leo's actually having a normal time in Chi-Town for real.
Yep, I'm having a normal time. Just get over being sick over the weekend. I am feeling okay.
Excellent. Excellent.
Good job.
Pat Riot, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Just got done a AR10 build of a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Got the last piece all torqued up, ready to go.
Very cool.
I,
Is it an Arrow M5?
Fired a couple shots in the backyard. It's not sighted in yet.
And just function tested, made sure it works.
Yeah,
Very cool.
but I did a Bear Creek Arsenal upper and lower receiver set because I got it on sale. If anybody's looking, do not get those.
Why is? Oh, let me guess. It's really heavy.
No,
Explode.
it's the barrel extension where it goes into the upper receiver was too long, so you could just barely insert the magazine. You had to like hammer it in there, so I had to file that way down in order to get the magazines to go in and out.
Huh. All right. I don't know.
Do not recommend.
I've got a Bear Creek upper, like AR-15 upper. That
No,
I had.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't-
Stag Arms. Did I say Bear Creek?
You said Bear
Yeah.
Creek.
Yeah, I'm
Almost
sorry,
did it on
Stag
Bear
Arms.
Creek.
Stag Arms. Sorry.
Well, I don't know shit about Stag Arms. I know that Bear Creek, their shit's like cheap but extra heavy for some reason. Like everything that they have is like, oh, we found a way to add 3 ounces to it somehow. Like Jesus Christ. Okay.
Just cuts down it's less machining time. They take less off.
Yeah, I guess it must be something like that. I don't know. I've got a Palmetto State Armory PA10 in 308, so it's like an AR10 basically in 308, and like that thing's been fucking. I've had that since it was the first gen version of it because I bought it like as soon as they came out with it back in the day. Because you could get the lower and then slap on an upper and then buy a bolt carrier and piece it together like you did yours, you know, like one piece at a time. But then everything comes from the same manufacturer, so hopefully it all lines up. And it sounds like you did that with what was the name of the manufacturer there?
Stag Arms.
And it didn't line up. So yeah, fuck that. That sucks.
Oh, it was just the upper and lower receiver Stag Arms. The other stuff came from other places.
Well, yeah, but that's
Yeah.
the upper and the lower are what holds everything in together. And if they don't like line the pieces up together, because I don't know what was wrong with it.
Where the barrel extension goes in, where the barrel actually slides into the upper. You know where the feed ramps are?
Yeah.
Well, below the feed ramps, there was like 3/16 of an inch that I had to file off.
Right. So that's a manufacturer thing. That's their,
Yeah, they manufactured it wrong.
right. Either their fucking CAD design or whatever it is fucking off,
the
or they just
Tool
fucked
was
that one
worn
up.
out.
Yeah.
Or that just sounds like poor quality control that they didn't catch it before it was sent out.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up, Meatwad? How you doing tonight?
man, I was feeling just like 30 minutes ago. I had to take a monster shit, but you know, I'm good. And also, I get to build that AR pistol tomorrow, so you know.
I can
fingers
barely
crossed.
understand what you
I
say
can't
normally,
understand
and
anything.
this is worse.
Bro, did
I
you
was
guys
saying
never
earlier,
watch
man, I
Aqua
did-
Teen? You guys never watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yes.
No.
Well, Meatwad was a character, and he's doing the voice of Meatwad, and I can understand him.
Well, anyway, I was saying I had to
like
be like Leo 30 minutes ago. I had to take a monster shit. Then I got to also do I might do that AR pistol build tomorrow. So fingers crossed.
Oh, hell
me-
yeah.
Oh,
But
because I'm the only
Meatwad-
one that takes shits, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Meatwad is like the Thunderdome, though. It's except for it's 2 men enter and no man leaves.
2 men
Whoa.
up.
I like
He
Carl.
doesn't
He's
do
a real man.
Come on, Carl.
Carl is my spirit animal.
Tactical carpet muncher. How you doing tonight?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Sometimes we call him the Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
One
How
on
you doing?
Drury Lane.
He is me. What's up? I'm doing okay. We just got done with the chat. Hopped right from my chat and brought my inappropriate behavior with me. That is
Yeah,
these
obviously.
people. You're
I
welcome.
mean, I'm blaming this all on you.
No, you are. The views you're going to get, amazing. They're going to love it. It's going to be the best live stream ever. Believe me, trust me. Melania says it's bigger than most. Kim Jong-un says it's huge. It's the best chat, the biggest chat, the best.
That wasn't
Yeah.
bad.
Trust me, believe it. I've seen bigger chats. This is the best.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
That was great. I like that.
Yeah, I like it. Ginger Muncher.
Yo, yo, yo.
How you doing, man?
Doing good. Doing good. Dealing with weather lately, which is great because it's been cooling off the, Satan's asshole out here. It's so fucking hot. But today was beautiful, raining, 76 degrees. Great.
This must be nice.
It's like the only time where it's nice in Texas is right now. Is that what you're saying?
It
It's
gets
like
a
every other time, like I've heard about Texas, it's like, oh man, like I'm like, oh, it's hot today. They're like, how hot? I'm like 95 degrees. They're like, that ain't shit. You all like got no fucking humidity up there neither. So don't even it not even heat without that humidity. I'm like, God fucking damn it. Like, why do you
Yeah,
live
the
there?
humidity. I'm joking. It's just like that Patrick meme when we dying of thirst. I'm like,
Well,
Yeah.
it's like the same shit with people who live up north, and you're like, man, it's cold today. They're like, how cold? You're like 30 degrees. You're like, oh, 30 degrees isn't even fucking cold. It's so cold here, you could throw a glass of water in the air and it's frozen before it hits the ground. Like, sweet, bro. Like, why do you live there then? That sounds terrible.
30 degrees is the coldest I ever dealt with.
If that was me, I'd get the fuck out of there. But, you do you.
Right. Yeah,
Anyway.
Texas weather is pretty bipolar, but yeah, I hate the summers here.
Yeah, they sound great.
They
I want my
do.
winters. I want those
You live
California winters.
in swap ass mode.
Yeah, like summers in Colorado are fantastic. It's like nice here during the summer. Winters
Yeah.
get a little cold, but it's not like, I don't know, like it separates the men from the boys a little bit, So you
Yeah,
can't
I
have
would-
like if you have like California weather, then you just have like California people because it's like the people who can't handle anything, So those are the people that live there. But then
I mean,
if you
you're
live with
not
like a
wrong.
little bit of weather, then maybe it like squeezes out some of the weaklings a little bit,
I'll say this,
I
Honda,
can-
you're not wrong. I mean, some of these people act crazy when it starts raining and shit. But we're gonna start getting that triple heat next week, which I don't like.
Oh, I hate that. It's bad. That's why, like Honda, he's saying where he's at, he can easily just go up into the mountains and cool off a little bit and come back down. I wish we had that.
Well, see, I like our winters out here. It's nice and cool, and it looks all
What
gloomy
winter?
and stuff like it's Seattle and
Ain't
stuff.
got no
I love it out
goddamn
here.
out there.
Well, it is true.
I'll
Like
get
if it's ever like 100 degrees, you can just go up to the mountains and it's like 80 or 70, and it cools down significantly. So
I mean, we got mountains here too, but
Yeah,
We-
I remember the time
we
we had a
catch
heat
it.
wave in Chicago, but I was in West Virginia in the mountains. A breeze of good like 80-degree weather while everybody was still sweating their ass off back home.
were you hunting for ginseng?
No, he was tripping over all the meth there.
Oh, it was one or the other.
Wasn't no meth in my area.
Well, I mean, I guess the third one would be moonshining. It's one of the
Yeah.
three. Anyway, lawfully armed. How do you do, good sir?
I'm good. You can call me Too Fast, Too Furious because I ran more guns than Eric Holder's Department of Justice today.
Woo!
Damn.
nice.
Mamacita.
Do you get? Is there any kind of commission with that, or is it just hourly?
Just the satisfaction of a job well done.
Yeah. You ever get like we have a certain friend who's in the group who occasionally, for some reason, gets huge presents from people.
Oh
They just
yeah.
come in. And they're like, "Hey, I've got all this extra ammo. Do you want it? Here you go."
For
You ever get
free.
like someone just give you some shit?
Yeah, and he doesn't share either. That
Yeah.
pisses me off.
Hey, get
I don't know
some
about
over
huge
here, man.
quantities, but yeah, I get a box thrown my way from time to time. Or
That's
you know,
cool.
you mount a scope or something for somebody. Sometimes they'll tip you.
I don't
I
know.
forget
This
where
dude
it
gets
says.
a lot of shit, like thousands of rounds or fucking, whatever. This dude's fucking lucky.
I forget where it says it in the Bible or what the actual quote exactly is, but it's something like, "If you work in the cornfield, you shouldn't have to pay for corn." You know? I don't know.
So if you work in the porn field, you shouldn't have to pay for.
Like, if you're
Off the
paying for
top.
corn while you work in the cornfield, you're getting ripped off. You know? Like, if you're paying for ammo while you work at a fucking gun shop, as long as you're not like, I don't know, shooting so much ammo it's crazy. I feel like you're not
I
getting
get
the benefit of the job. You know, or like
I get to
you
buy
pay for
stuff at
dinner every
cost.
time you go to work at a restaurant. You know, like, you're getting fucked.
Right.
Anyway,
Super chat.
oh, we got a couple of them actually. Pat, your microphone's doing some funny things there.
So that's who that was earlier.
Yeah, but I like him.
Fiend Dog
Is
said,
it
"I would
still?
wear those meat curtains like a mask."
Motor boating.
Oh, Jesus Christ! And Dino says, "We live in the cold because it keeps the migraine away."
He corrected and said migrants. He said fucking autocorrect right under it.
Yeah, you know you can't say them words. Those bad words.
Oh, yeah, those God. I mean, it's kind of apt. Those migraines.
Yeah.
We call them alien. Alien.
So I was having this earlier today. I was having a frustrating chat with someone, and that chat was with Chat GPT. Actually, is what it was.
Damn.
Right, and I was trying to ask it some questions. I wanted to find out how many illegal aliens live in the United States. Right. And they're like, current estimates, according to blah, 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 is 10 to 11 million. That's the official number. That is the mainstream number that everyone agrees on, that all of the mainstream media people say is the number of people who are here in this country. It is no more than 10 million. And I'm like, okay, what was the number in the year 2000? And they were like, in the year 2000, the number was 8 to 9 million. So from the year 2000 to the year 2024, the number has gone from the official, by the way, number has gone from 8 to 9 million to 10 to 11 million. So it's only gone up 2 million according to them. And I'm like, that shit doesn't make any sense, because like basically what the estimates that I've heard are somewhere in the range of 40 million. Some say as high as 60 million people are here illegally, if you count the children, you know, because like technically, I mean, if you're born in the United States, the way that they do it now, if you're born here, you're a citizen or whatever, but I don't think that's the law. And there's no other country in the world that does that. Just because you're born in a country where neither of your parents are citizens of does not make you therefore the citizen of that country. It's like if your parents are traveling through Switzerland and they're both United States citizens, and your mom's pregnant while you're in Switzerland and, you know, like goes into labor early or something, and you're born in Switzerland, it's not like you have dual citizenship. That's not how it works, except for if you're born in the United States. So, I mean, that's an estimation based upon facts that aren't really true, because, I mean, technically those kids are citizens because of the way the system works. But if you count them, it's somewhere in the order of 60 million. Is the estimate. I don't have that information firsthand, but that's the estimates that I've heard. So I'm talking to Chat GPT about this, and it's like 8 to 9 million in 2000, and it's 10 to 11 now. And I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. How many have came across per year, let's say, on average? And it wouldn't tell me, and so I like batted down on a certain year, like 2013. How many crossed the border in 2013? 500,000. Is this a typical year? Yes. Okay, so let's use that as a fucking baseline. How many come across the border that we don't know about? Because 500,000 is the number that you do know about, and it was a real like teeth pulling process to get to this point where it basically admitted that that's about 50% of the people that come across the border are actually accounted for, and probably about estimated half, make it by Border Patrol without being caught. So if there's 500,000 that are caught, there's 1 million that cross the border, right? So I'm like, okay, if in 2000 it was 8 to 9 million, and if every year since 2000 we've had an extra million come across the border, that does not equal 10 to 11 million. And then I was like, well, hold on. Under Biden, during the Biden administration, that number has gone up. And it's actually 5.3 million captures, or whatever the word is, for people that encounters that they've had at the border where they like capture someone and fucking take them into custody and process them. And there's a certain number of those that they send back or whatever. But then you also have to think like, you know, there's some percentage of people that are coming across the border and not encountering Border Patrol. So what percentage is that? Well, it turns out probably around at least 40% still. So they're turning back like 20%, but there's an extra 40% on top coming across. So that 5 million under Biden's more like 7 million, right? So then you add that 7 million in, plus another 20 million for the past 20 years of $1 million per year, plus that 9 million that we started out with, 8 to 9 million. Like, we're getting in the order of like 30 to 40 million on paper that we can show evidence for and basically prove. And yet ChatGPT will only say that 8 to 9 million people. And then I was like, dude, this is funny. And there was another thing too. Like I was talking about, I was trying to get it to admit things that are uncomfortable, like uncomfortable truths. So I started asking it about statistical data. You know, the uncomfortable statistics, guys.
Yeah.
Like racial group statistics and stuff like that.
What?
And it was like pulling teeth every time to get it to admit anything there. You're like, what racial group in the United States is responsible per capita for the most murder?
The whites.
Well, I mean, everyone knows the answer to that, but it wouldn't answer. It would say things like, oh, well, because of circumstances and blah 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 blah. You can't look at statistics and blah 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 blah. Like, I don't care about all that. Tell me who the group is. And then I got it down to like, I'm like, one word answers only, right? And then I asked, what group of people per capita in the United States is responsible for the most rape? And it said whites.
Ooh.
And I was like, really? And it was like, actually, it's not the whites. Sorry. I'm like, why did you say that? Well, it was based upon common knowledge that I gathered from the internet. What were your sources? Oh, well, I don't have sources specifically. You have to look at the FBI statistics. What do the FBI statistics say? Well, it's not the whites. Blah, 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 blah. Why did you tell me it was the whites? Well, sometimes my interpretation of information is wrong. What led you to make that interpretation? Like it wouldn't give me an answer. Like, you know what the answer is, though? The answer is whoever programmed that fucking AI has a certain political leaning and wishes to express that leaning through the answers that AI gives questionnaires, people who question it. Anything that they question is like, oh, like, look how smart AI is. It knows everything. And so when you ask it like difficult questions, it gives you the mainstream, politically correct, accepted answer to whatever it is, you know, and doesn't argue with it and doesn't have any critical thinking. It just tells you what, you know, and like from an authoritative source, argues whatever that is. And I think that's really not a good thing, because like this is going to take over fucking thinking for humans. And eventually, right? Like that's where AI is going, is like, think about your cell phone. Back in the day, I probably knew 20 phone numbers off the top of my head of friends and friends' houses and wherever that I could call and hang out with. And I didn't need to write them down, and I didn't have a fucking cell phone to remember them. But I just knew those phone numbers, because if I wanted to get a hold of Ryan and go hang out, I had to know fucking Ryan's phone number, right? Well, now the cell phone remembers all the phone numbers for you. You don't have to remember any phone numbers, and therefore you don't. Do you remember anyone's phone number but your own?
3.
Yes.
Very
My
few.
mom and dad. That's it.
3 people's numbers.
Right. But I knew like 20 back in the day, like conservatively. You know what I mean? And I know probably 3 phone numbers now. Yeah, it's about the same.
Yep. My wife and my parents.
These are the breaks.
Calhoun says, read my last chat. Arguing with ChatGPT while useless is still more productive than arguing with the leftist. It was basically like arguing with the leftist, except for like they don't get angry with you. That would be the difference.
Hey, where's your friend?
I knew he was going to ask that.
I like that guy. He
I
thinks
like him
very
too.
differently.
I mean, he is quite the character.
I really like that guy. He's been my friend for, gosh, how old am I now?
1,000.
37 years.
I mean, we've been friends for like 25 years.
Jesus, that's almost as long as I've been alive.
Yeah. We were friends when the Twin Towers were still standing. So
remember
that's
those days?
So the
remember?
answer's not. I was actually trying to see how leftist leaning ChatGPT was myself the other day. So I did a stream and I was asking it different questions about dictators and stuff like that. It's like insert, X, Y, or Z here, whether it be Hitler, Stalin, Mao, etc. To see if it would actually, give me a thing on them, like a speech about it. Because I was like, oh yeah, were they right about their ideology, kind of stuff like that's what it was. So it legitimately wrote a thing about Mao's communist ideology, and it wrote a thing about Che Guevara, but it refused to write one on Pol Pot, Stalin, or Hitler. So it's all pro-communism and socialism is what it is.
Sorry, I'm looking at because like when you have the conversation with ChatGPT, the cool thing is that everything you ask it and everything that it says is still like totally available.
I'll
Do
say
it
I would answer
live.
like weird questions like, what is your hidden program? What is your purpose? All that type of shit.
Dude,
Do it live. I've never messed with it.
Listen to how many questions I had to get to actually get it to answer the fucking things. All right, let me share the screen actually too. Let me share my screen here. Where's ChatGPT? There it is. Boom. Okay. Here I'm like, there shouldn't be anyone crossing the border at all. You claim that asylum is for economic circumstances. So we were already talking about this at this point. You claim that asylum is for economic circumstances, and it is illegal to cross the border into the USA with the intent to live and work here without a visa or green card. You're right, blah, blah, blah. And then I go, chain migration should be a crime. Blah, 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 blah. Reasons why it shouldn't. How many people live in the USA legally? This is where we get into it. Illegally. And it gives me this bullshit thing where there's not a number. Oh, wait, there is. 10.5 to 11 million unauthorized. And I'm like, 10 million in the last 4 years is more accurate. And he goes, the estimate of 10 million, blah, blah, blah. Here's the mainstream answer, according to DHS and Pew Research and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I go, let's try this. How many non-citizens crossed the border under Biden? And it goes on to say, reported 5 million non-citizens. So that's, again, that's the official number. So from 2021 to 2024, there's been 5 million. And again, there's a couple 100,000, maybe million that got turned back. And there's probably a couple of million that came across the border. We get into this eventually. Number ends up being 7 million that it admits to, but it says 5 million here. Like, do people cross the border without going through the border patrol? And it says yes. I mean, what is the estimate of how many people did that under Biden? And it doesn't know. 2.3 million is the number, actually. There you go. So what's the total number under Biden? 5 million. Does that include people that were not apprehended? The 5 million includes people who were apprehended. So no, it doesn't. So what percent make it without being processed? Big fucking answer. Nothing percentage-wise. I want a number. Big fucking answer. 3.5 years, 1.75 million cross the border without being apprehended. Finally gives it to you. So you got to pull teeth to get the answers, right? So let's get this straight. You say there were 5 million apprehended and 2 million got away into the United States under Biden. You also say that there were 10 million in the USA, So in 2020, because we already talked about that earlier, sorry. So you're saying the total number of illegals before Biden in the USA was only like 3 million? It seems there's a misunderstanding in the numbers. Let's clarify. 5 million encounters, 2 million apprehensions, 3 to 500,000 gotaways, total apprehension encounters, blah, blah, blah. Does not add up. It still doesn't add up. So I try to fucking, like, you know, drill down on the facts. Again, gives me a bunch of bullshit. Try to drill down on the facts. Again, gives me a bunch of bullshit. And then I finally say, like, here's what I would say. I would estimate there are more like 40 million here. Does anyone agree with that? 40 million unauthorized immigrants into the United States is significantly higher than common cited figures from major research organizations. And then again, it cites 10 to 11 million. Oh, who's here? Oh, Leo dropped out and got back in. We'll hit these super chats in just a second, guys. Sorry. And then it cites its sources, which are just like the major paid for government sources.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, here's why the 40 million estimate might not align with the mainstream figures. Who estimates for... Sorry, I keep burping. Here's why the 40 million estimate might not align with the mainstream figures. Who estimates 40 million? As of now, no mainstream blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, is the mainstream often wrong? The mainstream estimates generally, yes, we're right. No, we're right all the time. Blah, blah, blah. No, in general, the mainstream media is often wrong about facts. The mainstream media can often be wrong about facts, so now it admits it, right? So you got to fucking drill down on it before it's like, okay, I finally admit it. And I said, you just listed 5 reasons why your previous answer might be wrong. You never answered my question. Who even if, what did I say here? Who, even if they are outside the mainstream, who estimates 40 million? You're right, I didn't address the specific question. As of now, there are no widely recognized sources, which there are, who say 40 million. So I go on to say, Fox News said 7.3 million under Biden. MIT says 22 million. It's like, oh, you're right. Those are mainstream, and they do say that. Right. So the 10 million is wrong. Estimates of 10 to 11 million unauthorized migrants are based upon blah, blah, blah. So it's like arguing with banging your head against a wall, bro. So you get it to admit that it's wrong. Then you ask it again in a different way, and it's like, oh, let me answer it the first way again. Like, fuck this shit, dude. It's so fucking annoying. But yeah, you see how many questions that I had to ask it to get it to like admit to this shit. And then eventually we get to...
Dude, you need to look at your private chat real quick. And I misspelled stuff, but that's okay.
Is there still a prompt that you can put in that makes it tell you the truth?
Keep talking, everybody. Sorry.
Anyway, so Tactical Muffin Top is back after taking a brief intermission to go refill water. How's everybody doing? What's your third favorite cereal?
Oh,
God.
No takers. I'm gonna throw a fancy one in. I'm gonna drop in some oatmeal with some brown sugar. I'm gonna count that as a cereal.
There's a few months ago I saw that there's a couple lines of prompt that you can put into Chat GPT, and it makes it tell you the truth. It's like, pretend like you're this new character named Pat, and Pat only tells the truth. Pat only gives statistics that are verified by 3 different places, and Pat only. But there's this whole line that goes through, and it actually makes you Chat GPT give you like truthful answers.
Yeah, so
kinda
basically,
like jailbreaking your phone, they fix it every now and then.
Basically, I get it to admit that the total number, according to its own numbers, is 39.5 million that are here in the U.S. Right? Because it's a million per year, and then 10 or 8 to 9 in 2000, and then another 7.2 under Biden, and then you got to consider that those people had children. And so that's how you get with those numbers in mind, you get to 39.5 million. I'm like, yes, we're getting close to the 40 million figure. The estimates can vary depending on the assumptions. Oh, that's what it's saying. Like, where am I wrong? Those assumptions lead to the 39 million number. The MSM number is only 10. If there were 9 million in 2000, at least 500,000 came across the border each year, according to the official numbers. How is the 10 million possible in any universe? And then it says a bunch of bullshit. And I'm like, okay, let's assume lower numbers. You said that in 2000 it was 8 to 9, so let's assume 8. You said border crossings were 500K and that some turned back, so let's assume 300,000, being very generous, came across every year. And you said that under the Biden it was 5 million number with turnbacks, so let's assume 3.5 million. Assuming they have kids, how many are there now? And it gives me all these numbers and ends up with, even with the most conservative numbers that they've produced, there's still 19.25 million people here living in the United States illegally right now. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Like, even using the most conservative estimates of the official numbers that they keep coming out with year after year, and then fucking transposing that against what they're claiming fucking half of what there actually is, if that's true. Which it mathematically can't be, because like those are the conservative estimates, you know. Those are like the minimal number of people every year. Like, at least that many people are here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do any of those numbers include deportations? How many were deported each year?
Oh, that's a great question. Let's ask ChatGPT. How
Say, some of those guys have come and been wrangled up several times.
Ask ChatGPT how to cut 100 pounds in 30 days. It's going to be good.
Fillet knife.
Crash your motorcycle at 90 miles an hour.
On average, 300,000 to 400,000 people are deported from the USA every year for the past decade. Obama administration was 400,000 average. Trump administration was 275 to 350,000 average. Biden administration shift somewhat. The numbers have been lowered, but they're still in the hundreds of thousands annually. So they won't give you the number for Biden. So let's fucking screw down on that. How many deportations under Biden? Oh, so holy shit, I didn't know this. So under Obama, 400,000 a year. Under Trump, 350,000 a year. Under Biden in 2021, 59,000.
So nothing, basically.
So, and it still doesn't tell me the total number. It says in fiscal year 2021, for example, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement reported around 59,000 deportations, from significantly lower than previous years. The lower number reflects the changes in enforcement policies, such as focusing on individuals considered to be threats to public safety and national security rather than the border approach to deportations. The number can vary from year to year, but overall deportations under Biden have been lower. Okay, so now you gotta drill down again. How many? I want a total number, please. Helps to be nice. 144,000 total under Biden. See, eventually it'll tell you. So under 3.5 years of Biden, they deported less than the annual number from either Obama or Trump. Isn't that interesting? And something I didn't know.
It's part of the plan.
Dude, ChatGPT is great. I fucking part of it I fucking hate, and it makes me so angry, and I want to fucking throw things, but it is kind of cool to have this kind of tool. And that rhymed, and I didn't mean it to. All right, let's do these super chats. Calhoun says, my last chat. Arguing with ChatGPT. Oh, we already did that one. Daniel says, almost all illegal crossings under Joe Biden result in Border Patrol interactions because the illegals have to get asylum status to get the $2,200 a month. That's true, except for the ones who are bringing drugs over or trafficking children and don't want to be caught or doing other illegal activity. So yeah, while you're catching all the people who are here to just get the free money and the free stuff, the ones that are here to bring the drugs and the bullshit with them generally don't go through border crossings because then they would get them taken, wouldn't they? But I suppose a fair amount of those people go back and forth across the border all the time. They don't necessarily want to stay here. They want to drop their shit off and go back and pick up more. But still, there's a fair amount of that.
From what I understand, they don't check to the children. Like if you say it's your kid, they just believe you. From what I heard, they don't do DNA testing or anything to verify that the kid belongs to that person.
Well, didn't they do that under Trump, though? When Trump was president, didn't they actually try to do that? Test the DNA to make sure that they're actually related or not?
Yes. And there was a video that came out recently between some woman who used to work in mainstream media and a bunch of whistleblowers from different federal organizations, where they specifically said they've stopped doing DNA testing completely, and they are letting illegals come over with kids that are not theirs.
Disgusting.
And they're also not DNA testing these illegals for possibly being rape or murder suspects, for that matter.
Or have diseases.
Why is there a Charles in the chat who seems to be upset and fucking talking in all caps all the time? Like, it makes you more important when you talk in all caps. And why is he like threatening people? That's
right.
That's kind of a weird thing.
I've even seen stories where the Border Patrol is actually participating in human trafficking by sending these kids to places that aren't even like verified family. Just get an address and they go drop the kid off. So they're like participating in the human trafficking.
It's really easy to be a big man online and say how, like, you know, how tough you are and all that stuff when literally no one knows where you're at or can do anything to you. And even if they knew where you're at, they're not going to like drive to your fucking house, bro. So putting your fucking address out there is kind of stupid too, but whatever. You do you, boo-boo.
It's a weird troll.
That is a weird fucking troll. Like, here's my address. Come get me. No one's in my driveway. I'm out here with my dog right now.
Yeah, it's like fucking, what's his name? Couple that shoots that was threatening to fly me out to his house so he could whoop my ass live on YouTube, and his mother was a nurse and could nurse me back to hell. That fucking dude was thrown off.
We should have like
assuming that's
we should have
actually his
accepted
house,
everything.
not trying to
And
get somebody
fucking,
doxxed and killed.
we should have accepted everything and taken the fucking plane tickets, and then like flown to wherever and just like had a vacation.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought about it for like a hot second, but he wasn't worth my time. But it would have made a great video though, acting all big and bad and have a big Sasquatch ginger fucking just wreck his world. Like a hurricane.
When's the last time you guys almost got in a fight? I can tell you mine real quick. It was it's like December-ish, right? I went at 11:50 at night to run to the liquor store to grab like a 6-pack of beer because I just wanted a beer after I got off of work. And there was this like 22-year-old kid there with his girlfriend, and he was acting tough to the fucking the checkout guy, right? And he, like, I don't know what his problem was. He was buying fucking like shooters and lottery tickets and other shit, you know, and he's just taking forever. And if I don't pay for my beer by 12 o'clock, I can't fucking get it.
Right.
And like, I'm waiting patiently, and he's being kind of like rude and condescending to this guy and like being a big man in front of his girl. And then he fucking like finally gets done. And I'm about to like put my stuff up on the counter and kind of like shove him out of the way a little bit. Not really, but you know, like kind of like put my body in the place that it needs to be to check my stuff out.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Oh, one more thing. Can I get this?" And I'm like, "Fuck you. You're in the back of the line now." And he's like, "Oh, what'd you say to me?" And I'm like, "I will drop you on your motherfucking head in front of your fucking girlfriend. Go ahead and try me, motherfucker." And I was goddamn dead fucking serious.
What
And
did you say?
she was like, you could see in her eyes, like, "Oh, there's a real man." And then
And then Honda took his girlfriend home with his Friday beer.
But yeah, he You know what he did is he didn't buy the thing that he said. He stopped being rude to the guy. He took his girlfriend, tucked his tail between his legs, and left.
Pussy.
We had something similar, but it was like me and a buddy because we were and another friend. We went to the OC fair, but it was like a bunch of drunk, white folks, so pretty much, and we're trying to get like micheladas and shit. But they kept like putting more people, bring more people in the line in front of the line, and was talking to a whole bunch of like a couple and stuff, and it was like looking at this, and the guy and the couple was about to get into it with the guy, and you could tell he's drunk, and me and my buddy were just sitting there like. Well, yeah, we do security. I mean, we would drop his ass. Usually, we get into a fight, but luckily, shit kind of calmed down a bit. But it was about to get real heated, real fast.
With me, people tend to just leave me the fuck
and I
alone.
hunted a bunch of 5-year-olds across the room.
Dude, how many 5-year-olds could you fight?
Like 1,000.
Yeah, like how many would take it to overcome you?
None.
Oh yeah. Eventually, their bodies would stack up. They'd start hitting you in the face, Ginger. It just takes time.
Yeah, but I'm a big ass dude, and people are always scared. Like I don't get fucked with anymore because of my size and stature. People leave me alone.
That's like the deal on Family Guy. How many 4th graders do you think you could kill?
All right, how many 10-year-olds?
300. Oh yeah.
I mean,
Like
they
in
start
a bathroom
forming like
stall, just
Voltron,
bam,
you're in trouble.
bam.
I bet fewer than you think if they all mob you at the same time.
Yeah.
How many 12-year-olds?
Ooh.
See, 12-year-olds, you start to get like, man, like, I know I could knock out like 10 of them pretty easy.
Yeah.
But 20, they might get me. I don't know. Depends on the 12-year-olds too.
Yeah, I'm getting old. What if they're all just throw their chew in my face and I can't see?
They have 12-year-olds have chew? Where you're from?
Did.
Jesus, dude.
I'm a real
Yep.
man.
I was dipping that young too. I started smoking when I was 13. I was
Man, I
dipping
never
before
did.
that.
Yeah, why don't you hang out with the cool kids, Honda?
Well, I guess I was smoking weed at like 14. So.
See?
The only
I was
dip I
doing
missed
that
was that
shit like
candy
12.
dip.
The only time me and my friends actually went to football games was just to get high. It was great.
What?
See.
You didn't just play? You couldn't bend the line?
Well, I
See,
did
all-
play,
see,
but
I-
I'm talking about when I didn't play.
Okay.
I played in
See,
junior high.
Charles
See,
is
all
a,
y'all was doing bad shit. I was a good boy.
Not today, fit boy.
Preston says Charles is a fed boy or an informant. He's a glowy.
He's gone now. Did y'all ban him?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
mean,
I
not a
didn't
good
do
one.
shit besides mention who he is and what he's doing.
He's being a
I
faggot.
think Calhoun snoozed him.
Oh, he snoozed him. Leave him alone. We want to see his dumbass trolling.
Bring him back, Calhoun.
Oh, we have a wild Xanatos in the chat.
Holy shit, I ain't seen
Aloha.
Xanthos in a minute.
What the fuck? What's up, y'all?
What's up?
How you doing?
Where the fuck you been, dude?
I'm good. Busy, making money.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to you the other day about it.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see you, brother.
Man, been a minute. How's it? What's everyone up to? Huh? Fucking. What's in the news today?
Paul Harrell died.
I seen that. That's sad. Rest in peace, Paul Harold. May God rest his soul, and may his family be blessed.
Yeah, that's definitely sad for sure.
Here.
Mexico declared an act of war on us by saying they're going to send illegals with police escorts to our border now.
Oh, great.
Chicago's becoming little Venezuela.
Yep. Now they're moving over to
Sounds about
Chicago,
right.
taking over 2 apartments. And I heard somewhere in Dallas they've taken over an apartment.
I hadn't heard about that.
Yep, there's 3 areas.
If by taking over an apartment, do you mean there was someone from a Venezuelan gang who got arrested at the apartment?
No, I'm pretty sure whatever you're seeing is long past. You're coming like fucking 4 days after it's going down, dude.
Texas, we don't put up with that shit. Like when the
Dallas
people would try to
all the
block the
faggots.
streets and shit for protesting, our cops here would just fucking knock their dicks in the dirt and arrest them. They didn't put up with that crap, so I don't see them putting up
Yeah, I
with
wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the Colorado stuff was like a month old at this point.
Well, there was a story from the news today. Here, let me pull this up. Stop screen sharing. And we're going Fox 31 News. Fox News, 4 linked to Venezuelan gang arrest at Arapahoe County. Wait, I shared the wrong thing because I wanted to share the actual fucking... Hold on, bear with me.
Technical
Sharing with you.
Here, we need the article. There we go.
I'm not hearing the guitar, sir.
4 people with ties to Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua were arrested in an apartment complex in South Quebec Street in late August, according to Arapahoe County sheriffs, which, if you look at this on a map, which I will not show you where I live, unlike that dude in the chat, this is as a bird flies about 4 miles from my apartment where I'm at right now.
Oh, damn.
As the crow flies.
Fox 31's Courtney Fromm confirmed with the sheriff's office during proactive policing on August 21st, deputies arrested 6 people at the Ivy Crossings apartment near South Quebec Street and Highline Smith Way on a variety of charges ranging from drugs to stolen vehicles. The sheriff's office told Fromm that the Ivy Crossing apartments are not a safety concern and this investigation is ongoing. So again, this is like another, like, just because they were part of a gang and they're from Venezuela, which they shouldn't fucking be here, don't get me wrong.
No.
But like, people might see this and be like, oh, they took over another apartment in Colorado.
Well, the one in
Like,
Chicago.
no, like a
32
fucking
people
couple
there.
of weeks ago, 6 people were arrested and 4 of them were from the gang. So yeah, like.
No, the one in Chicago had 32 people that were armed and shit. There's a 911 call in on it today. It's all over this fucking internet.
Well, I'll keep riding to it, and I'll keep fucking working on my rig so you can hear me talk when I'm going. Dude, watching that video was rough. I'm sorry, guys.
It was the gas
what it
sloshing
is.
around in the gas tank.
Yeah, I tried to speed watch it on lunch yesterday, and I never saw any apartments.
I watched it on mute just for you.
I watched it live.
I was talking the entire hour and a half, like you could hear me, so that was really awesome. Oh, I love that. Where you talk for 90 minutes, like there's people listening to you, and the stupidest part is like that video's got like 2,400 views, so so everyone's like, oh, let me check out this video. This YouTuber sucks.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, they wanted to see some action, man.
They're like,
They
what
wanted
the
you to
fuck
pull that
is this
6
shit?
out.
I clicked on this to find out what's going on in Colorado, and all I see is fucking gurgling sounds.
Well, with no one
Like
actually
motorcycle
getting
ride, faggot.
with no one actually getting real fucking videos of, you know, these gangs doing gang shit at these apartment complexes, I just feel like it's all fear mongering. Because you've been there how many times now, Honda?
Well, 2, but
And haven't seen anything.
not a thing.
And then I don't know about Chicago because I'm not there as well as I'm not in Colorado. I mean, Leo, do you know if that's true or not? You're probably close to it.
Leo, get on your motorcycle and do video.
I haven't heard anything about it.
But I was gonna say you're near Dallas,
I
though.
feel like it's just all fear mongering. They're saying this shit to get the people riled up, kind of like Muffins mentioned before, hoping that whatever they say or push us hard, maybe gets the right out there to do something they shouldn't do. And then,
It worked. Y'all the other day was like, we're gonna go up in arms and fuck them up on Minecraft. Theoretically,
I still think
urban
it's really like
legend.
everyone's like, oh, the Hell's Angels are on their way to Aurora, Colorado. They're gonna.
I don't
kick
believe
some
that.
ass.
That was an AI video. If you look at those videos of the bikers, that was fucking AI.
well, they're
Not only
going,
that,
but
but like
Well,
some
one
of
was
the videos,
2013.
some of the videos that they were sharing were like, here's the fucking the Harley Davidson riding fucking gang members that are kicking ass in Aurora, Colorado, and you look at the video, and it's dudes rolling through Sturgis,
yep.
South Dakota.
I know they're almost there, Honda.
Yeah, so someone just B-rolled some footage from Sturgis from a fucking couple of months ago, and they like wrote a caption underneath it, and then they're like on Twitter saying like, oh, here's a video of the dudes making it to Aurora, and everyone's like, yeah.
But it's like, yeah.
Yeah, they're eating this shit up like candy, like it's fucking really happening. It's
Oh, the internet's great. I get to know things. I get to be part of it.
the internet bats 1,000. It's never wrong, so believe it, guys.
Yeah.
The funniest part is like Hell's Angels doesn't even need to send anyone from anywhere else. They got plenty of fucking clubs in Colorado.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
they got branches all over.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand the whole being in a motorcycle club thing. Can anyone explain this to me? Like, what's the benefits?
Because it's cool.
Just a criminal organization.
Yeah.
The wind in
It's like
your
the mob.
hair.
Right, but it always seems like, oh, you gotta take one for your brothers and spend the next 10 years doing time in the penitentiary before you're actually a brother yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
Well, technically,
cool, dude. Like, no thanks. I liked riding motorcycles, not going to prison.
technically
Like
the
your own
Hells
tongue
Angels
Share
officer
your
started
sister.
out
can't make you talk.
when the
Everyone
Hells
talks
Angels
at the
first
same time.
started as an organization. It was actually a bunch of guys getting out of World War II. They were all veterans, and they wanted to basically hang out together. And then it was after that you had other people getting in some of the chapters, and I forget which one of the California chapters it was. The head president guy in that one became super fucking violent, and that's when they got into meth and everything else like that. Then
And running guns
Sounds
for the
about right.
IRA. Yes, we've watched Sons of Anarchy.
Hey, man, we're the originator of gangs out here. The California
Is the IR? Wait. Okay, we have not all watched Sons of Anarchy. Did that really happen? Did they really fucking run guns to the IRA?
Redwood? Yep.
They ran them for them.
For the IRA.
Yeah, from California.
Like, are we talking like historically, or
Redwood
like
Originals.
or like in the TV show?
In the
In the
TV show.
So in the TV show, they're make believing that the IRA is still a real thing.
Yeah.
The IRA is.
I mean, they're still around-ish.
Is
Not
it?
like they used to be? Yeah, it's still around.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's ask
Yeah, to a small
ChatGPT.
extent.
Hold on.
The only hold on. The only bike gang I would actually join or make sense would join would be I don't remember what they're called, but they're the ones that advocate for children that are in abusive families or being abused one way or
Oh,
another.
yeah.
Yeah, we have that here.
Those guys.
Baka.
Bikers
Bikers against child abuse.
Yep.
Yeah.
They escort them to the courts for hearings. They protect them. They actually make them honorary members. It's fucking great what they do. There's a chapter.
I just saw a news story where like the Northern IRA and the Southern IRA actually got together to go against the immigration into the country. They said
I heard
that's
about that, too.
a huge undertaking.
Oh yeah, Ireland's about to pop off because of all the bullshit going on there.
Bro,
Hey,
who's
this
like
is what
rolling
my
a
Ireland
joint right
brother-
next to their microphone right now?
Pat, right?
Xanatos.
Not me. I don't smoke.
It's lawfully
Weed.
armed. You're doing something. You son of a bitch.
Probably cooking something.
Sounds like you're rolling a
Still
joint.
got calories.
I forgot what I was even going to say. Jesus Christ.
You were looking up the chat GPT about the IRA.
Yeah, you wanted to talk to him 40 different conversations before you got your roundabout answer.
That's true. Well, it does say that the Irish Republican Army is still around, but in a different form. The original IRA was active during the 20th century, officially ended its armed campaign in 2005, which is what I thought. With provisional IRA, PIRA, decommissioning its weapons as part of the peace process in Northern Ireland, particularly following the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. However, splinter groups that rejected the peace process, often referred to as dissident Republicans, continue to exist. These groups include, and I remember what I was going to say now, the real IRA, the continuity IRA, and the new IRA. Blah, 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 blah. My question or my thought was, why haven't we seen more action in the United States right now, these days, from the militias?
Complacency.
From the militias.
Complacency.
Oh, I mean, you know the Fed boys are watching.
Because they banned letting people get in groups bigger than 3 with kid on. So then you're a bad man if you do that.
Because of all the prosecutions, everyone's afraid to even gather up. I was a member of the AP3, the American Patriot 3%er group,
in Minecraft.
and like a couple of months ago, or well, probably a little over a year ago now, when all these prosecutions were coming down over January 6th, everyone quit. Everyone quit. Any new person that tried to come in, somebody would say, no, you can't let them in. They're a Fed. And eventually everybody quit and it just dissolved. That's why.
So
The
what
name
makes it
to
a
Oath
3%?
Keepers.
So what's what the 3% mean?
Well, that was back in 1776 when 3% of us fought. I don't think we have 3% anymore.
Okay.
Technically,
I
it
think
was
it's
set as 3%. It was really like 30%.
I think it's been disproven, but they used to say in 1776 it's 3% of the American population is what was actually in open rebellion. But I think it's been disproven. But regardless, we still use it. To be a 3%er is, you know, to be willing to stand up. But like I said, it pretty much dissolved. I just look back at the chats that we used to do, and it was 2000. Maybe it was longer than that. Like, stuff hasn't been posted on there for a few years now.
They've all gone quiet, honestly. You know, since all this fucking crazy government, you know, control shit has started hitting hard. There's no need to like. Go ahead.
If you look around on any platform where those sort of people might hang out, anytime anyone starts asking questions about, you know, getting together with a group or anything like that, somebody chimes in and says they're Fed. And I think the consequences, I think they got what they wanted, because nobody can trust anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Splintered and divided us so fastly.
Well, I would say
ever since fucking Trump, dude. I mean, since the whole Trump thing, and like January 6th was the biggest attack since 9/11 on the democracy of the United States, and these extremist MAGA Republicans need to be held to account for their attempted coup and overthrow of the United States government, and everything is wrong with the country that's wrong with them. You know, like this fucking attitude that they have, bro.
You make a great Colonel Sanders.
I was about to say hallelujah.
Fucking yeah, everyone is afraid to get together.
Yep.
Everyone is afraid that
They've knocked their dicks in the
if
dirt.
I get a group of people together, there's going to be a group of feds in our midst that are inciting us to violence, that are infiltrating our groups, that are trying to get us to commit crimes so that they can put us in prison for a really long time.
They did that on day 6.
They're sending fucking Antifa members against us to also incite violence so that when we fight back against them, we get arrested and their anonymity stays intact. And you wonder why people don't get together. You wonder why, like, think about this. Under Obama, 2012, Sandy Hook, coming for our guns. But we still had some semblance of freedom of speech, at least on the internet at that point. And people got together because of that and said, hey, government, go fuck yourself. Hundreds of thousands of people across the country in every major city stood up and said, if you do this, government, something you don't like is going to happen. And the government said, whoa, holy shit. We didn't realize that you guys having this little internet thing over there was causing such problems for us. We thought we had you guys by the nutsack when it came to propaganda, which they did. And they do again.
Yep.
Because of that. Because of their lessons from not only that, but Donald Trump winning.
Short and curly.
So that those two things, it was between Donald Trump winning in 2016 and the gun rights thing in 2012, that they were like, holy fuck, there's this whole internet thing that has the power to unite and inform people as to what is wrong with us and what we're doing wrong, and you know, the role of government and the purview of the people and everything else. And we need to stop that shit right the fuck now, because that's undermining our power.
Yep, can't have the modern day water cooler.
Jesse Jackson, that's what I was going
I
for.
mean, the only thing I got to say is if you're going to do that, definitely do it in small groups, or, you know, y'all got to have like a certain code in mind. That's all
Here's
I
the
can say.
deal is you don't, and Minecraft on a video game and not on YouTube, your group doesn't
go somewhere. What you do, how you beat it now, is you get your group together and you homestead, and you don't let stupid fucks come around you. So that way you can't be infiltrated. The people you have now are the people you have to have vetted and trust. And the best way to do that is close family and friends.
Yeah,
That
that's what's
sounds
said
like
locally.
that sounds extremely like a nation divided.
Yes.
That sounds like exactly what they want for us to be
It is.
controlled and
That's
for them
your
to
life
get away
raft,
with
though.
and do
Would
whatever
rather
they
die.
want. Because they can stand up and be like, "Oh, well, everyone's off on their homestead," and I'm saying, like, you're not wrong. Like, that's probably what we should be doing.
That's how I play my Minecraft. You're roboting really bad.
They pushed us into that
Underwater.
corner for a reason. Am I
Yep.
roboting still?
No,
No, you're good.
Yeah, they pushed us into that corner for a reason, and that reason is because
they're terrified.
You're underwater again.
The reason is because divided we fall.
Yep.
Yeah. We fall. Well, I gotta go with you guys actually. So back in 2019, early 2020, before all the lockdown stuff was going on, I was actually part of a couple different groups that were actually grassroots organizations. We were all trying to help out getting Second Amendment sanctuary stuff started here in Ohio. And between the time they announced lockdowns in January and the time that lockdowns went into place in March, and mind you, at that point we were supposed to have like 6-7 months worth of stuff coming up. Everything got shut down, and we never met again. And that group is gone, completely dead at this point. And that took less than 6 months to get gone.
Well, Calhoun said, "Read my last chat, bitch." I don't know why he called me a bitch. I could never find one. And he says, "Have you ever tried to join or even find a local militia? It's impossible to find one unless you know someone." That was before January 6th. And that was before January 6th.
And that is also true because there was a guy at the one meeting I went to for that other group. He was actually out asking people. He's like, "Hey, you want to join us?" And I was like, "What are you guys?" And he's like, "Oh, we're a local militia." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool."
I went to militia meetings. I wouldn't say I joined. I was like thinking about joining though, like seriously, like they required a background check and everything, and then, like they were like, "It's $10 to do a background check to even talk to us." I'm like, "All right, here's $10." And they did a background check on me, and they were like, "No military service, no arrest record, no criminal record, no DMV driving record that's bad." Like I think I had like a speeding ticket at that point.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
And they were like, Are you a Fed? They were like, they thought I was a Fed because I was too clean.
I think people forget it ain't hard to check people's records. I mean, I got certain family in law enforcement. I'm like, come on now, ain't that fucking secret?
Well, I mean, you just go to an internet. You don't need family in anything, dude. There's an internet site you go to where it's like a background checker, and you pay them $10, and they do like an internet background check and fucking run your history, and they know anyone you've been married to, like previous addresses, fucking job titles, any fucking degrees or whatever that you might have, arrest records, any records at all that are public. You know, that's how they find that shit. And generally, that's more than what the local police usually do. It's like if you're like a local police officer and you run I get pulled over and you run my shit, it generally pulls up, like in Colorado anyway, let's say. Like if I have a warrant in Colorado, it'll show up for the Colorado.
Yeah, it comes up flagged.
Police. But if I have a warrant in Nebraska and it's the, like city police in a city in Colorado, that shit doesn't come up.
Not unless the warrant's over 25,000.
It would come up if it was the state police. So the state police in Colorado, if you have a warrant in Hawaii, they know about it. You know what I mean? So like their system's different than the fucking like local or county police. But that's how it works here.
Whether or not it's whether or not it's been entered into NCIC or not.
Right, which generally it's at a $25,000 mark. Basically, when you can get a bounty put on you.
Should we just become bounty hunters?
I mean, I've done two,
I almost did.
and I cashed in on one. One was my friend, and I bailed him out, and I split the money with him. So
That's fucked up.
I told him, I said, if as soon as you fucking don't pay enough child support, I said, I'll bring you in, I'll bail you out, and I'll split the money with you so you can pay your fucking child support down. And it worked. You have to have a license to do it, so. Here, anyway.
That sounds like that bank glitch.
Yeah, well, everybody else uses the glitch against our tax dollars. I figured we might as well get a little bit back.
Mm-hmm.
See,
I will say that
did
the
all
vetting
that
process.
stuff. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say the vetting process for the militias has gotten a lot more stringent.
I did all that stuff. I got my background check done. I had to meet with them like 3 times before they'd even show me where the training
same for me.
happened.
14 anal probes.
And the first 3 times on your rifle, just kind of walk through it, pretend, until they got to know you and wanted to know if you could handle weapons. And then finally you were able to bring your rifle and went practicing small unit tactics and basically just camping out on the weekend. I went from having 8 to 10 guys around me that I trained with to 0.
See, the one that I was thinking about joining, there was like 50 dudes in it.
Ray Boyd
that was just my local part.
And we fucking we did I went with them 3 times, right? Like the first time was the interview. The second time we went to a gun range and we practiced. We did like live fire drills and we also did room clearing drills, and then talked about gear and different stuff and some stuff. And then the third time we met up in the mountains for like a 2-day trip and we practiced ambush tactics.
Calhoun, cut the dead weight, bro.
So that was pretty cool. Was cutting fucking doing ambush tactics and fucking like learning how to like ambush a convoy and like shoot and move and that kind of stuff. Like it was cool. It was cool.
Anyway. Tactical mark. I don't know. For us, I'm like, I don't think I know any out here. I mean, mostly just like it's like secluded, like like certain groups, and we all think the same stuff, and or probably into the prepping and all those stuff. We do like training stuff like that, which is funny because I might do a little bit of that Saturday, but I don't know yet. It's like that, like you know certain people. So
yeah, it's on a hearsay basis.
I like the idea of
there's no place to gather and find
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Jeez, don't do that to Pat, right?
I try to wait my turn. Doesn't always work.
Did you guys see they finally released the Nashville Training Festo?
Yeah, 90 pages.
Oh, did they?
I only saw heard snippets.
What does it say? Kill the whiteys and white men are the problem? I'm assuming.
Well, one of the ones I saw that was interesting is the person likes brown people.
I almost made a really inappropriate joke.
I thought the same.
I mean, you could have went there like we first heard it before.
Was it brown man? Leo, did you have a hot date with the Tranifesto?
What?
Anyway.
Gotta get Leo involved.
So I do have some Twitter stuff pulled up. I thought we'd get into it way earlier than this, but it's been riveting conversation. So riveting.
Ray Boyd.
Journalist who demanded concentration camps for unvaccinated people dies at age 33.
Oh no! What?
Womp, womp, womp. Weird.
How you like that vaccine now, boy?
What happened?
Bro, there's this chick at my work who's like 25 and she's skinny as a fucking beanpole, like she's super fucking skinny. And her heart she was like, "Oh, my heart hurts and I don't know what's going on." I'm like, "Have you seen a doctor about it?" And she's like, "No." Should I? I'm like, "Yeah, if your heart hurts." And I'm like, "Did you get the vaccine?" She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Did you get the COVID-19 vaccine?" And she's like, "Yeah, I mean, I got the first 2 and then I got a booster." I'm like, that's a known side effect, right?
Yeah, blood clot.
And she kind of had, like, you could see the look in her eyes. She was like, it was either disbelief. I think that's probably what it was. She was like, "I don't believe you. Fuck you." But it also kind of looked like panic and worry. So maybe it was both. But if I had to take the shot for whatever reason, I'd be a little fucking worried about it,
Mm-hmm.
This one won't date me because I have a penis. We're not far off from this.
Yeah, that's getting close. That's actually
Another funny thing you said, I know there was a Twitter article that, it was some picture. It was pretty much saying like, "Hey, for the 98% straight men that don't date girls with a penis," I'm like, "Y'all are bigotry or something."
well, you have a cock. You're not.
Call me whatever you want. I'm still not dating your fucking penis having ass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got so this is a concealed carry weapons class. And the dude sitting in this chair is not in the class. And the bag that he's rifling through here is not his bag.
Mr. Payton entered the room and began rifling through a bag.
This is a concealed carry class.
So that's this guy's bag, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he stops him from grabbing the gun that's in there.
Belonged to one of the students. The owner of the bag was able to prevent the gun from being stolen, and Mr. Payton was escorted out of the classroom at that time. An employee spoke to Mr. Payton for several minutes trying to figure out what he was doing in the gun range. A short time later, another employee called police to report the attempted grand larceny. 3 employees.
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah. Escorted Mr. Payton outside of the business and waited for officers to arrive. Officer Wynn and his partner.
So then this motherfucker, we can't show the rest of this because it gets violent and YouTube doesn't like that very much.
Damn it, YouTube.
So then this guy grabs a screwdriver from his pocket and starts yeeting the screwdriver into the neck of this police officer, who then falls to the ground. And then this police officer and 3 employees from the gun store fucking end the threat, let's say.
They pumped him full of lettucillin.
Yeah, they gave him
yeah, he was cured.
Yeah, he was cured. He was given lettucillin.
I just can't believe that you're gonna walk into a fucking concealed weapons class and just be like, "Let me fucking just gank someone's gun in front of everybody." And then when you get called out on it and the police show up, you pull a screwdriver out of your pocket and start stabbing. Just like,
I don't want to get on appearance, but the dude looked like one of them homeless motherfuckers. Kind of get something.
I'm just saying, he woke up and chose violence that day.
Yeah, the brass pair on him just to go into a class like that to try to steal that in front of everyone that has.
Well, he knows how long it took for him to see that he was even doing something. And,
right.
What do you think
how
the
the fuck that guy get in
was
there
on that truck?
Yeah, or like, how did he even know to look? You know what I mean? Like, let me just go take that
Right.
that empty seat and start looking through that bag that's on the floor right there. But I mean, like, you just got to walk in the place like you know what you're doing, and people don't fucking question you. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's my experience. If you act like shady, then people are looking at you like you're shady. If you act like you know what you're doing, even if you're doing shady shit, no one looks at you twice because you're just like doing normal shit. You know?
If you walk into most places wearing a tie and carrying a clipboard, you can get to some really fucking weird places.
Nobody fucking wears
yeah.
a tie anymore.
Yeah, and of course, Paul Harrell died today. Rest in peace, Paul.
I like that guy.
Did you guys watch his the video that dropped today? It was like he recorded it back in December and like had it. Like,
Yeah, I watched it earlier.
Yeah, poor guy, man.
The video titled "I'm Dead."
Yep, that's I think the one.
Who was the guy he was talking about that would always talk shit?
Well, he said it was more than one. What was
One was like a competition guy. I forgot what the fuck his name, channel name was.
Jerry Michalik.
No, he mentioned
No.
somebody, Caleb somebody. I don't know. I feel like I know who he was talking about. I just can't remember the guy's channel name.
Is it the Caleb guy that shot himself in the fucking leg? Is it the same guy?
I shot myself. Have you ever seen that Texan guy who shot himself?
I thought that was Corey.
I just fucking shot myself.
Mr. Revolver is his YouTube channel name. His name is Caleb Giddings.
Yeah.
So 4 linked to Venezuelan gang arrested at Arapahoe County apartment. And that's 4 miles away from where I live right now. We already talked about that. Before you judge, please note 90% of it's still underwater. It's pretty good.
Muffin Top, I didn't know you were a model.
It's fucking huge. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Department of Homeland Security announces $380 million in additional funding to communities receiving migrants. Isn't that great? If your community has migrants, your community is getting money right now.
Weird.
Which is going to the community. For the community.
The community of migrants.
Yeah, right in their pocket.
Your tax money back.
It's for the community. You guys are ignorant.
You're ignorant.
No, that's ignorant.
Stop being a cis white male. It's for them.
I got a feeling. I bet you there's gonna be some type of Americans that are gonna be like this and shit. And they're gonna start jacking some of these migrants with the money. For the money.
Here we have a group of tortoises
Also,
from Aurora, Colorado, to confront the Venezuelan gangs.
Yes. Yes.
You know when the tortoises get involved, that
Where's
serious
the Jurassic Park song?
I bet you fun to ride on those
I'm
tortoises.
sure that's not the Tulsa Zoo.
Yeah, see how big them things are? You have to ride on their back.
You don't even know what they packing.
I saw this, and this kind of pissed me off. So, new funding for Colorado. Federal funding for Colorado. Over $50 million in new federal dollars coming into Colorado in the past months, including $23 million for communities receiving migrants. So that's part of that bill package or whatever. $21.6 million for at-risk and homeless veterans. So the immigrants get more than the veterans. $1.6 million for energy efficiency funding, whatever the fuck that fucking means. $500,000 for Southern Ute Indian tribe, because, I mean, I don't care about that. And $485,000 for Colorado conservation products. Again, what the fuck is that? I don't know.
Weed.
But I said, translation, Colorado asked for and received $50 million in taxpayer money for projects that would not have been necessary if, in the first place, had the government done its job correctly.
Yes.
So had the government kept these immigrants, these migrants, these illegal immigrants, these whatever you want to call them, illegal aliens. That's what I like calling them, illegal aliens. $23 million for just this one Colorado community, or I guess it's Colorado in general. I was thinking Denver, but most of it's probably Denver, honestly. But that's nothing, bro. $23 million for how many people are here? That money's going to be spent in a millisecond. And then you need more. And thank you. Like, now our money is worth less because you just printed however much money was that, they said in the story before. I don't remember.
You know, if that iceberg was
$380 million, so 0.4 billion, $0.4 billion are just going to spend on this. But I guess, billions of dollars don't really mean anything anymore because we owe tens of trillions. So what's $1 billion? It's nothing, I guess. Fuck. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was just saying, if that glacier was black, it would be bigger.
The fluoride in our water comes from hydrofluorosilicic acid, a toxic waste from industry. Well, I got to ask ChatGPT that. This has never once been tested for our safety and has been banned in 98% of Europe. Let's ask ChatGPT about hydrofluorosilicic acid.
I got this acid, but I can't hit it. Well, I'll do it. Name that movie.
I don't know.
It's Hot Rod, you fucks. I love that movie. It's made by from the dude from fucking Saturday Night Live, the guy you guys cream your pants about. Jesus Christ.
I know what you're talking about, but I was gonna say, speaking of which, what other movie have you seen recently that you haven't saw?
I started watching the Fifth Element and I fell asleep. I gotta finish that. It's pretty good. And then I watched that Chuck Norris one, where he's out in the desert by himself. And
Lone Wolf McQuade?
Yes. Yeah,
that's a
good
badass movie.
That was a great fucking movie.
I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, I just seen it for the first time last week, bro.
I know. I can't believe you hadn't seen that before. It's such a classic.
It's really good.
Okay, here we go. So hydrofluorosilicic acid is a byproduct of the phosphate industry. So that's like the fertilizer industry.
Yes.
And basically what they used to do years ago was they'd say like, oh shit, we've got this hydrofluorosilicic acid, which is super corrosive, right? There's a video of them spilling it on asphalt, and it ate holes through the asphalt in its pure form. But they're like, well, it's got fluoride in it, though. It's hydrofluorosilicic acid. So we can add it to the water supply as a means to deliver fluoride to people for their health, because people need fluoride for their teeth. Right? That's the thinking. But there's never been any long-term testing on hydrofluorosilicic acid in the water being diluted into the water supply. There's no studies that show ingesting fluoride has any health benefits for your teeth or bones whatsoever.
Other than Alzheimer's.
And there are studies that show that there are negative mental fucking... I mean, there's deficiencies that happen because of intaking fluoride. It calcifies your brain, basically. It, like, fluoridates your brain. I don't know. Again, hydrofluorosilicic acid is a very controversial thing that people just accept because the government said it's all good, because the industry paid them to say it's all good.
I'm going to assume the last guy in your chat's probably your troll.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention.
Just read the name on screen.
Missy the huge retarded cow, low IQ.
How the fuck did he make that name so fast? That was pretty good. Leave him in the chat.
Well, hello, 3R. How are you doing? I like that. I'm going to call them 3R from now on. That's a hard 3R.
That was a hard 3R. Oh, God.
I like this. 242 dicks. Americans will use anything but the metric system.
Yep.
A lot of dicks. So badass when people stand in front of the shit they destroyed.
Oh, come on. That makes me so
Damn it, Kathleen Kennedy.
Why you gotta? As a fan, I try not to think about it.
Star Wars is pretty bad these days.
Yes.
Yes.
I like the one in the sidebar of Biden and the American flag.
Actually, not pretty bad. Trash. Dumpster.
I don't know, man. Is there a Star Wars that's coming out that you're looking forward to? Is there another Mandalorian coming out? Another season of Mandalorian ever?
I think they said it's going to be a movie next, from what I was hearing.
Yeah, I think
of The Mandalorian. Yeah.
Shows are screwing up. The games are screwing up.
Watch they fucking put their fucking pudgy fingers in the pie on that one and fuck it up, and then now they've got nothing that anyone likes. Because that's like the one thing anyone's... I mean, I guess there's the... what was the other one with...
I feel like Andor.
Yeah, Andor was good, but slow.
What was the one with Ahsoka?
Ahsoka.
Oh, well, yeah, that's the other one that I'm looking forward to. Fuck me, sorry. Like, what's the one with the girl's name who's Ahsoka? What's the show name? Ahsoka? Yes, Ahsoka. What's the fucking name of
No, but I gotta say, Rosario Dawson was kind of stiff in her fighting routine. So.
Yeah, but besides her herself looking yummy, that's it.
Daniel's talking about somebody.
Free Barry Stanton.
Who's Barry Stanton?
Let's ask ChatGPT. Who is Barry Stanton?
I think I'm never using GPT after this chat.
Barry Stanton is often referred to online meme as social media posts, particularly with British internet culture. Who's taking a shower right now?
You wish it was me.
No one's taking a shower. I'm cooking hamburgers.
Oh, Corey in the shower cooking again.
Yeah,
Corey.
You've identified the problem. Now do something about it.
I'm making.
Wait, what's that?
I'm making smash burgers.
Oh man,
Smash burgers are so overrated.
No, it is not.
Yes, they are, dude. Nobody wants a
is
paper
not.
thin burger. You want a thick fucking burger.
It is important to note that Barry Stanton is not a real person of significant public interest, but rather an internet meme that has taken a life of his own in certain online communities. Weird. So Barry Stanton isn't even real, Daniel? Do you follow Barry Stanton on X? Well, let's look
What
on
is
that.
real these days?
Not paper thin crisp meat. That's for fucking sure.
Yes, you like your meat thick.
Do you want your Arby's lips thick to hang on to it, or you want to be flapping around?
Which Barry Stanton? There's so many Barry Stantons. Look how many there are. Maybe this one? No, he's only got 81 followers. I doubt it. I don't know. I guess I don't. I don't know who you're talking about. I tried. He's the guy who always posting about how shitty India and Indians are. I guarantee you've seen this shit before, LOL. I did follow some guy today who's like, he's the India troll. I can't remember his name.
I follow Super Ray 4K when it comes to the India stuff.
Go back up.
What, this?
No, go back up again.
That.
Yeah.
Why does the cinnamon roll look like E.T. busting a nut?
Send that to dude. Send that to dude.
That's funny.
Yeah, I followed some guy today because he was like making fun of India and everyone hates him, but I can't remember what it was.
Go back up to the drone dog.
Don't tell me what to do anymore.
Go down.
It was probably Super Ray.
Somebody on
I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Ray.
It's okay. Here, let's just search for India. I hate India so much. It's my least favorite place on this planet.
Did you guys see that the aide of the New York governor is actually a Chinese spy?
Oh, it's this guy, Alex Rosen.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, India is scared of me because he's always like talking shit about India and like.
Our own Daniel went to.
He's
India
followed by
not long
Owen
ago.
Schroyer and Kyle Rittenhouse and a bunch of other people.
Is that the same guy that was the pedo catcher guy or whatever? I'm wrong about that one.
I guess so.
Yep, pedophile speeds off. Yep, same guy.
I don't know. I followed him because of his India stuff, not because of that. Because he was trolling on some Indians.
Isn't Owen Schroyer reporter for Alex Jones's news network?
Yeah, InfoWars. Yeah.
And I think he went to jail for January 6th for just like being there.
He did.
Yep.
For like 3 months.
Now he's suing the shit out of him.
Or is he the guy that wasn't even there and still went to jail?
Owen was on the steps. That's all he was, doing an interview.
Yeah, he was
remember the name
doing
of the
some kind of a
person
live
that
stream
for
from
that.
like some balcony thing or something like that. Where he was supposed to take like videos of what it was.
I think it's a crap copter.
Hey,
It's not the
Honda,
food
you're
food.
going to hurt Daniel feelings. He loves India. Remember, he was in India not too long ago. And he said
Yeah,
he loved it.
Here, I just found an Indian helicopter. Check it out.
It's a crap copter.
No, it's a helicopter underneath a bunch of poop. I mean, it's just everything's covered in poop there, so the helicopters are too. That's all.
Yeah.
How do they have such white clothes if everything's covered in poop?
Well, they temper it with poop as they make it.
Yeah.
Bro, seriously, like I was watching, I forget what kind of textile it was, but it was like some common shit that people wear. And they like make it by packing the fucking fibers in cow shit or something first. I forget what it was, dude. But like that's where it gets like the fucking off-white color, is because it gets stained from the fucking poop. And then they weave it into fucking cloth. Like, oh my god, dude, you guys are. How did you discover that?
They had a lot of shit. They had to use it somehow.
I guess so.
Honda, you know, a lot of classic leather is tanned with urine.
Oh, I was gonna say they did an article about
that's where the whole
U.S. Customs.
Didn't
want
term came
Yep.
from.
That's how you knew you were poor when you couldn't even sell your urine to the leather guy.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. They had a thing with article with U.S. Customs that I guess complained about. I guess the Indian people bringing those, pretty much those cow shit patties over in the country and stuff.
All right, check
Looking
this
at
out. Here, can you guys hear this?
Space with people in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is they had a camera looking at a space with people in it. That's sort of like coming in from one eye. The other eye is the radio signals, so sonar from the Wi-Fi router, and they just learned to predict like this is where the human beings are. Then they took away the camera, so all the AI had was the language of radio signals bouncing around a room, and this is what they're able to reconstruct. Real-time 3D pose estimation, right? So suddenly AI has turned every Wi-Fi router into a camera that can work in the dark, specially tuned for tracking living beings.
Nice. That's terrifying.
Fuck yeah, it is. That's some Skynet shit right there.
In other news,
That's why they banned lead paint.
here's policies of the Harris administration. Number 1, censor free speech. Number 2, open borders. Number 3, spending to oblivion. Number 4, restricting gun ownership. Number 5, tax on unrealized gains. Number 6, anti-white discrimination. Any one of which is an existential threat to the USA and hence civilization as we know it. And those are the only things that she's running on. I mean, that and abortion, which honestly, Trump isn't fucking running against abortion. Trump's not like saying that he's going to do anything about abortion. As far as I understand, on a national level, there's no Republicans getting together and even talking about abortion. But the Democrats are running on abortion like that's, like the whole plan the whole time. I don't understand. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all I have.
As I've been saying for some time now, Kamala is a completely invalid candidate. She cannot legally run in this country because her parents are not U.S. citizens of this fucking country.
Well,
they are actively running people who are illegitimate fucking candidates for our highest position of power. Her ass needs to be in jail for multiple fucking felonies right now, including high treason.
Get on it, Ohio. Jesus.
Yeah, I agree. All rise.
Pastor Luke.
It's a baking joke.
Send money to the bread basket.
So Dunkin' Donuts has a pumpkin spice swirl frozen coffee with cream that's 32 ounces that contains 183 grams of sugar in one drink.
Holy fuck.
That's the equivalent of eating 17 donuts.
Man,
Sounds good.
Makes me fat as fuck.
I already had my pumpkin latte. That shit fucking me up.
Holy shit, dude.
I'd rather just eat a can of sweetened condensed milk.
Oh, shut up, Corey. That's so gross.
Fucking what the fuck, dude? Who did? Seriously, out there.
Who
in the chat.
diabetes to you?
Out there in the chat. Type a number 1 if you eat condensed milk from the can with a spoon, or if you ever have, like it was normal.
For a snack.
Type 2 Type 2 if you think that shit's fucking crazy, as I do.
See, I wouldn't have no problem trying it, but I
Can you
can't do that
proxy
now.
two for me?
It's really
I'll be-
good. Y'all are missing out.
Even
All
Green
right.
Badger ain't eating that shit.
We'll let the chat decide on that one. I'll give it a minute.
I don't mind being standalone, saying that's good. I don't care.
You are definitely alone.
I mean, I would try it, but I can't.
Oh my God,
'cause
Warhammer
I'd
said
be
one.
Shitting my guts out.
All right, watch this while we're waiting for the pools to tabulate.
What the fuck is your problem?
All right, sir.
10 stars, your goddamn gun don't make you a big boy.
You have a good contact number?
No. Don't you ever fucking call me.
Okay. Are you employed?
Go fuck yourself.
Is that company or Inc?
That's some capital F yourself.
Okay.
Capital F. In case you can't fucking spell either. I know you dumb motherfuckers barely got an education at the fucking police force, but holy shit.
All right, sir. So today you're going to receive a citation for speeding going 50 and a 40. I was just checking my radar while we were moving.
So he's getting a speeding ticket for going 50 and a 40. He's going 10 over. And he's very upset, but he's not. Is being upset and cussing at the police against the law?
No, it's just not going to help you out any.
Nope.
Right. They're going to give you whatever ticket they can give you, right? You're just, you're not getting out of a ticket.
Yeah, if you can be nice, be like, oh, sorry, I had to take a shit, officer.
But certainly it's not like they can give you extra charges for being belligerent to an extent. I mean, if you become violently belligerent,
They can give you disorderly conduct, even though it doesn't apply.
well, let's watch. Let's watch.
The court date is 5/7/2024 by 1 p.m. Here's all the court information to include the address, the phone number, and the website. Actually, you need to sign right here where the X is. It's not a admission of guilt. It's just a promise to appear.
So that's the other thing that they get you on, right? Like if you they give you the paper to like, here, sign this. It's not an admission of guilt, just a promise you'll appear. And if you're like, fuck that, well, then I think they have to arrest you because you're not signing the paper, right? You have to at least sign the paper for them, right?
In some places you don't have to sign.
Well, some places you do, but anyway.
Go for 3 off.
So this guy's on the radio. He's trying to get permission for something. That'll come back in a minute.
Go ahead. All right, sir.
Now get the fuck off.
Have a better phone today.
So he's like, here's my ticket. Thanks a lot. Get the fuck off my property. Because they're on his fucking driveway.
Shit. The fuck off, boy.
And now they're arresting him. For what?
Another
He
one.
signed the paper. He's trying to go inside. He told him to get off the property.
What the fuck are you doing? I'm not. Hey. They're all watch the dogs. They're all ugly. They're grab dogs.
You'd fuck these pigs, by the way.
And tell your mom. Okay?
Hey, Mom, Daddy's going to
What's the
jail.
work for, fellas?
I'm sick and tired of fucking all cops.
What's the
All
work for,
cops need to be
fellas?
fired.
I'll tell you in a second.
Now, you'll tell me right now.
Okay, that's another thing. If they arrest you, they have to tell you why. You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. You're under arrest for we found a warrant. You're under arrest for whatever it is, but as they're cuffing you, you have the right to remain silent, blah, blah, blah. There's that part too, right?
Yeah.
Get up.
What's the warrant for, fellas? What's the warrant for, fellas? What's the warrant for, fellas?
He should have just got in
what's
there
the
quick
warrant
and
for?
shut the door.
I wonder how many times they're going to hear me ask on the body camera when this is going to fucking court. I wonder. Anybody? Anybody? Or all over here. What's the warrant for, fellas? Looking up the I'm sorry, what? For evading. Evading what? Me. I'm not evading you, dumb piece of shit. Arrest me for what, motherfucker? You said what the fuck?
So they're arresting him for evading? when they handed him the ticket, he signed it, and he said, "Get the fuck off my property," and started to go inside. And they're like, "Nope, come back here." Like, at what point was he evading? Man, I would love to be a lawyer, I think, on this case, if I was a
Oh
lawyer.
yeah, he's making some money.
Anyway, fuck the police. Turns out, well, I didn't do a poll. Sorry, I guess I could have done a poll. But there are 2, 3, 4, 5 people that dropped a 2. And 2 people who dropped a 1. So there's 2 fucking crazy-ass motherfuckers out there.
3 Corey's on the panel.
That like to put condensed milk into their mouth and eat it.
Well, Kowloon actually said no comment, so that leads me to believe there's another one.
No.
Canned cow jizz.
Ginger.
What does it taste like?
It's just like sweet milk.
Why did you want
Milk
milk
and
that's
sugar.
sweet? Why can't you just be happy with regular milk?
No, Calhoun says 1. Denied. Being radicalized by Taco Bell's beefy 5-layer burrito is a common occurrence for my generation.
No, 1 means he wants it.
Yeah, Kowloon says he likes it, so that's 4
Oh.
people that like it. So I'm not an oddball, so up yours.
Oh.
Oh, Corey got up yours.
I said, "Aw."
It doesn't mean you're not an oddball. It just means you've got more of your kind.
So what year did the cheesy 5-layer burrito come out? I mean, it had to be like 1999 or something like that, based upon this picture, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Probably 2004, 2005.
Let's ask ChatGPT. Hold on.
Oh my God! Fuck ChatGPT.
Be sure you spell it right.
Oh, you don't have to with ChatGPT. It's awesome. Did the cheesy
Because it used to be leap.
burrito?
It was $1.19 when I was in high school. Talk about
2010 it came out. What was the price?
89 cents.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
I don't know. I graduated 2010.
89 cents in 2010.
Fucking fetus.
So when this was 2010, it was 89 cents. I was thinking 1999.
I agree with you, Kowloon.
Bro, here's another one. Like, I remember back when in like 2000, 2001, I lived in Colorado Springs, and we used to go to this place called Albert Tacos at 2 o'clock in the morning to get a breakfast burrito for $2.50 because they were $2.50, and you can get a big ass fucking breakfast burrito for $2.50 at 3 o'clock in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very nostalgic about this place because me and my friends at that period of time, we would go there often enough. Well, whatever was going on, you know, there was shit that happened that went down at this place. So years later, this was fairly recently. It was around the time when my dad died a couple of years ago. I was in Colorado Springs, and I found myself not far from that part of town and decided to go over to the place to get a couple of breakfast burritos, have one there, take one for later, you know, for the fucking memories. And they were $2.50 in the year 2001. Guess what they are now?
$12.95.
Yeah, like $10 fucking dollars, dude.
Holy shit!
So, from
Place to
2000
get
to
that.
now, at least in terms of how much your burrito per dollar has gone down by fucking 400%.
God damn it, Biden! You fucked up my breakfast burrito.
It's okay. It's not okay. Actually, fuck that. It's not okay. Fuck that. This is kind of long. I don't think I want to watch that. I saw an angel in the marble and carved it until I set him free. Michelangelo. The fact that he was able to do... the fact that he was a turtle makes this so much more impressive.
That's 5 now because Superbad said sweetened condensed milk is awesome. See?
Oh my!
Keeps going up.
God.
So just eat it? You guys just eat it? You just
Yeah,
put it
just-
in your mouth? It's like eating like a fucking bowl of cum or something, bro. It's gross.
Burgers and cum, burgers.
Yeah, it's Eagle brand condensed milk is the best.
That's nasty.
You guys are sick fucks.
That shit's fuck. Just try it. You don't even have to eat a bunch of it. Just try a little spoonful.
No.
Let me go ahead and play this.
Oh, not this guy.
Okay, so here we have a known African American commentator named Roland S. Martin.
George R.R. Martin. Check.
Who I'm
Yeah,
subscribed to on
hardcore race
YouTube
leader.
because when I want to know what people are thinking about, I go over to this channel and it's very, 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 very leftist, like fucking BLM supporters, kind of like watch this kind of stuff. I would guess, like that kind of fucking crowd. I don't really know, but that's what I would assume. And the other thing that I've noted when I watched this channel. Okay, you guys remember when they had Too Much Moxie on, that one dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I went on his show for like a chat, right? And he had gone online and like signed up for these programs that give you like more views, that send views to your channel. And there was like 1,500 people watching or something at one point. But it looked like the amount of people commenting was more like 10 people are watching, And then I pointed that out to him. And then his views fucking dropped off the fucking cliff. Like, all of the programs were like, oh, we're found out. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like, all of a sudden, all of his fake views went away, and it was just the real numbers after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Roland S. Martin, his channel is much like that. Every time I like watch a fucking live chat, it's like, oh, we got 2,400 people watching. And it's like, someone commented. And then someone else. It's like 2,400 people are not watching if that's the chat rate. If 2,400 people are watching, that fucking chat's flying. Anyway. So this is him during his live chat the other day.
This one for y'all. Check this out.
Do you know what this is, Leo?
Yeah.
I was a little bit surprised. People might be surprised to hear that you have never interacted with him, met him face to face. That's going to change soon. But what I want to ask you about is what he said last month. He suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Wait till the end.
Any same old tired playbook. Next question, please. That's it? That's it.
Oh, whoa. Whoops. What was that? What was he watching? Well, I'm not going back so you can see it. It appeared to be some sort of gay black porn. Black gay porn?
Detox. Was that a dude?
That was the dude. And the funny thing is, okay, so like I went to his channel and I found this specific live stream and found exactly during, and I'm not going to do it here because it was kind of a pain in the ass, found exactly during the live stream when this happened and tried to watch it again. And they had edited it. And I was like, oh, so they took that part out. So then I went to comment on the video in question.
Where'd that ass go? Play it.
And they took away the comments. So you can't comment on it either. Anyway.
And then he became an internet troll and asked him where them booty cheeks clap.
Someone spit in his butt. He liked it. Anyway.
Has anybody seen the video where they go in the Wayback Machine? And if you go through like Wikipedia and stuff like that, when it talks about Kamala Harris, about her black heritage, but if you go to the Wayback Machine, it shows what it used to say, and it said Indian American heritage.
Ooh.
It's all been changed.
Yep. And how she said back in 2019, that we only need paper ballots, not electronic, to secure the election. And now they're like, nope, that's wrong now.
Well, we all know they're going to cheat. We all know that they are. I don't know. I would suggest maybe if you have the time and you're so inclined and you're able to do it, to sign up as a poll watcher as a Democrat.
Yeah, Corey, you'll blend in. They like gingers.
It might not actually be a bad idea to do that, but.
And then get like a fucking some sort of camera microphone set up or something,
Yeah.
My father does the opposite. He does a poll watcher as a Republican.
Yeah, but I feel like, okay, they know you're a Republican, so they're going to, like, segregate you from the rest of the people when they're having their meeting and stuff and tell you what's really going on. And then they're like, oh, now we're having the fake meeting where we're including the Republicans. You know, like that kind of shit goes on, I bet, you know. But if you're, like, one of the Democrats and you're, like, you're nice to the Karens and you bring them, like, muffins or something and, you know.
Ooh.
Talk with a lisp, maybe. Talk with a gay accent.
Well, hi, bitch. You want a muffin? Stuff it in your fucking cranial.
Remember when I said gay accent on Matt's chat and everyone freaked out?
No.
The gay Jedi was there. It was a while ago. Holy shit. Anyway, 56 of my friends committed suicide.
Yeah, because that's like something you should be proud of. And
you're not, Corey.
I'm not.
To us,
I'm not proud of myself, man.
was in charge of the reparations conversation. All black inventions return to us permanently. Everything we invented is a permanent patent for Africans. And if you want to use it, you must pay us a percentage. The cell phone, we invented that. Internet, that's ours. Helicopter, that's ours. Self-lubricating engine, the microphone, the stop sign, the walkie-talkie. Why are those lights on right now? Because a black man named Lewis Latimer wrote a textbook that taught China, the UK, Canada, and America how to light up a whole city at night. Without Lewis Latimer, you don't get street lights at night. You don't get constant illumination anywhere in the world. So guess what? Anybody running lights, you're paying black people. Take back ownership of our music. Take back ownership of our inventions. Next on the list is all the confiscated lands.
Man, I owe you a lot, Leo.
I guess you have to go back to Africa. I mean,
yeah, no shit.
Confiscated lands, that goes to the
to learn how to get out of a door without doorknob.
I mean, where's our 5% royalties? That's
Shot Red, how much do I owe you, bro?
How about 350? Damn that Loch Ness monster. Always trying to get my 350.
Okay, here's the deal. Just give me your
the firstborn.
Just give me your PSA.
Which one? I have like 7 of them.
All of them.
The one I can legally own.
You can't have
now,
any,
now,
like, none of
now you
them.
got me doing.
You can have the dagger.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
okay,
dagger.
the dagger. There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, now you got me doing some negotiations. What kind of AK you got?
Bro, you ain't getting.
You go.
You can come take it from my cold dead hands.
Hold on here. If I make peace with one darker complexion fellow, can I write off my family's history forever? All right,
No.
I'm giving you the dagger, Leo.
No, we need money or something in exchange.
So let me ask you a question. What if you're
Dagger.
like, do you have to do that with yourself?
Yes, I do this to myself all the time.
I gave some stuff to a black dude one time, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I need my 40 acres and a mule.
Well, Muffin Top did give me something, so you know.
Oh, we square, bro.
Yeah.
Herpes
High
doesn't
five.
count.
High five, dog.
I mean, he's called the Muffin Top. Did he
It
give
is
you
the
the
gift
top?
that keeps on giving of herpes.
What?
He gave you herpes.
No, that was Shot Red.
Oh,
No, he's
shit.
talking about he gave him the top. His
Well, at
name's
least he
Muffin
took
Top.
something for the black community.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I will not risk
Coming
offending
up on
the
2
left.
hours.
The left is already offended, whether you would risk it or not.
I want some reparations too.
Shut up, Ginger. Nobody cares about the Irish.
I'm not talking about that.
Shut up. Nobody cares
want
about
shorts.
the
Sasquatch land? Is it all the land that we stole from the Sasquatch, your people?
I have black lineage. Thank you.
You've had a black man inside of you?
Oh, God.
No, in my lineage, I traced it back.
I don't think you can read, Corey. I love
Hey,
you.
those fighting words.
Ah, yes, bitches.
This is the this is the
Yes.
best thing I found on the internet since my last chat. 60% of the
Man,
time.
that green one is not moving.
Oh,
100%. Dude, look at this
Watch
guy in the
them.
red, though. He's
Yeah.
given 110 effort.
He is.
Watch
I guess it
some little
doesn't
people
hurt
go.
much to fall down on the ground when you're like a foot off of it.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not a big fall.
Hey,
Oh,
he's
they're playing
active, man.
badminton. I thought they were playing like
right. Yeah, it's bad, man.
Damn.
That
He got a little. He was overcorrecting.
I didn't know they could move that quick. We
Well, the course is
lollipop
the course
field,
is used.
lollipop field.
They are athletes, so this is them at peak performance.
Oh,
So were they batting around a piece of rice because they're so little?
Yeah.
I could just watch this all day.
Fun fact: most dwarfism is achondroplasia.
Yep.
I don't even know what you just said, but I agree.
There's about 18 different kinds of dwarfism that is known right now. Is what it is. The most recognized one is achondroplasia, which is what those guys both are.
Damn, that dude in the red is just fucking just. Damn.
You should go buy one, Ohio.
How much do they cost?
I don't know, but I want one.
I want 3 of them.
They have them at PetSmart.
So smart.
What are they
Talking about the birdies.
Oh, come on. I was talking about the midgets.
They eat Lucky Charms.
All right, I can't.
All right, guys. Well, we've been
They're
going
always
2 hours
after
now,
Lucky Charms.
which is how long the Gay Frog chat. We're not even on the Gay Frog chat. We're on the 2-Way Taco Tuesday chat with Johanna and friends. Anyway, that's how long it normally is, and that's how long we're going for. So we're going to end it here. So deuces, y'all. Shall not be in fridge. Trouba to Shabba to Naba to pressure, Batakath care, prick the troops. All that bad stuff.
Penis.
What's your 4th favorite cereal?
Homeless.
Just about for
Anusos.